Hey guys, it's Scott Horne. In this video, we're going to talk a little bit about the role of an attorney in a creative finance type transaction. So if you find the video helpful, please take a minute and like it. Make any comments. We'll do our best to get back to you, and come over and join our YouTube channel as well. So the real estate attorney in a creative finance closing. Oh my gosh, guys, that carries so many different connotations I can't even tell you. So often, we attorneys may have a law firm that is acting as a closing agent only. What you have to remember, whether you're a seller or the buyer, is that an attorney does not represent you just because you're closing at a law firm or a title company, unless you've actually retained that attorney. And to retain a lawyer, you're probably going to sign a retainer agreement. You're going to pay some kind of a fee and things of that nature along the way. So if that's the situation, okay, now the attorney is involved in the deal to help you review your paperwork, draft your paperwork, discuss the transaction with you, and things of that nature along the way. If you have not actually retained them, you're not represented by that attorney. And what I'm going to tell you is right now is that 99% of you guys think because you're closing in a law firm that that attorney somehow represents you as your attorney. They do not. We simply act as a closing agent. And one of the clear-cut ways to find this out is oftentimes in a closing, there's an attorney disclosure letter. And if you take the time to actually read it, it says, we do not represent the seller or buyer. Or if we actually do represent the seller or buyer, we represent the seller or we represent the buyer. The great majority of the time, we don't represent either party, which makes the transaction much easier. So we can actually be the closing agent. So we can really, respond to questions for both the seller and buyer and provide answers for them without violating any confidences of a seller or buyer on how these deals work. That's kind of the nice part. We're not giving them legal advice. What we're doing is giving them practical advice about the transaction. We're not sitting there telling them what the law says, what their legal rights are one way or the other, but otherwise generalities of the transaction and how things work. We're able to explain to them things such as what a note is, what a deed of trust is, what's the warranty deed, what's a special warranty deed versus a general warranty deed. These are easy, straightforward answers that are commonplace that don't require representation out there. We're able to talk about the things such as due on sale in a generality of terms, seller liability. We can talk about loan processing, loan servicing, and things of that nature, and make suggestions to the parties along the way without them having to step up and pay large attorney's fees. Guys, unfortunately, lawyers are expensive, and I need to charge more money. I like boots, but I don't like to charge my clients money because I like just to provide a good service and good fees to them that are out there. So attorneys provide a role. Usually it's on the backside where we will help navigate a contract for sale maybe. We'll help prepare suggested disclosures. And these are disclosures that are being provided as a courtesy in so often cases. They're not requirements for the seller to sign or the buyer to sign. They're just suggestions. If they don't want to use them, they don't have to. And again, this is something so many sellers and buyers don't understand. They think it's mandatory to do it. Not the case at all. It's simply where we provide these out there as a courtesy for the transaction. They can be utilized by the parties if they wish to do so. They can use their own disclosures if they wish to do so. It just happens, unfortunately, they don't know what has to be done. They don't understand the requirements out there. And of course, they do want to utilize these, which is awesome in that instance. But again, it's important to realize that unless you have retained counsel, you're not being represented by an attorney. Is there a time and place for it? Absolutely there is. And so many of these transactions, do you have to? No. But every deal is different. No lawyer is going to tell you one way or the other what to do. You've got to make those independent decisions. So guys, I hope you found the video helpful about attorneys and how they interact in a closing process along the way, how they draft documents and things of that nature. If you did, take a minute and like the video. Don't forget to make any comments and come over and join our YouTube channel. And we'll see you guys next time.